Hey kids, wanna go to creation? It's a magical world full of adventure, and monsters, and deadly wars, and starving people, and probably cholera. Let's go! Creation is a flat world floating in the pure chaos that is the wild. It's anchored with the 5 elemental poles like a sheet pinned with 5 nails. As you approach a pole, its effect intensifies. The northern pole of air turns the soil into ice and wind. The eastern pole of wood makes the trees grow until they're both ground and sky. The southern pole of fire makes the sands melt and the air burn. Towards the western pole of water, the sea and sky merge. And right at the center is the pole of earth, the tallest mountain in the world. That mountain is called the Imperial Mountain, and around it lies the Blessed Isle, a name half appropriate because the climate is brilliant and the crops plentiful, but it's definitely not an island. It's also the seat of the realm, the biggest empire in creation, known as either a richly enlightened society or a right bunch of bastards. It's very Rome-like, with its legions and general air of smugness, but also China-esque in aesthetic and culture. Another parallel is that it's about to fall into bits. With the Empress gone, the 10-ish great houses are fighting over the empire, and an open civil war is fast approaching. The Blessed Isle is surrounded by the inland sea, and beyond is the Threshold. The rest of the world, basically. The realm controls many satrapies in the Threshold, but its control of them is an increasingly contested assertion. The biggest opposition to the realm are the scavenger lands, which are also very fertile and populous. It's a confederation of city-states like the militaristic Luxai, the godful Great Forks, and the ultra-capitalist Nexus. Nexus is the base of the Guild, a very sus global trade organization that manages to be one of the most overtly evil in the setting, which is impressive considering they're up against demons and super ghosts. Beyond the scavenger lands lie the forests of the east, where trees get bigger and 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 bigger. There are people in the canopies and monsters on the forest floor. Also, lots of first-age remnants in the jungle. To the southeast lies the tropical Dreaming Sea, where dragon-blooded fairfolk and sorcerer princes battle for supremacy. Also sea gods and elemental dragons. There's probably some cool fish there as well. To the north, trade flows along the Silver River to the exceptional Linwen and the tree-dwelling Halta, and beyond the forest turns into a tundra. The north is cold. It's bearable in the near north, but beyond is the White Sea, and beyond are frigid plains, and it just keeps getting worse. In the more habitable zone are cities like the densely templed Numa, the self-explanatory White Wall, and the probably ancient Gethsemane, all trying to fight hunger and the cold and the fairies, and hey, is that a horde of the dead approaching? In the icy plains live the Ice Walker tribes that recently united under a solar and destroyed several realm legions. Oh, and the Aslanti League in the east. They're cool, they have airships. The west is mostly ocean, which is why major powers neglected it for so long. It has a few archipelagos, one of which is ruled by a Death Lord, and halfway to them is Wujian, a real mess of a city. The northwest has people living on top of ancient horrors, and an archipelago with serious Uzumaki vibes. Further south, you can find a realm beach resort, demonic pirates, and the Call, a small continent sacred to both lunars and dragon-blooded, and hotbed to temporal weirdness. The south is mostly desert, bound by the Summer Mountains on the east and Fire Peaks on the west. Most cities and people are quite close to the sea because it gets really, really hot down south. There's places like the skyscrapered Chiaroscuro, the astrology-obsessed Varang city-states, and Harborhead, a realm satrapy, but that might change real soon. Further south are the volcano-housed Gem, the ever-partying Dajaz, and a whole lot of sand. And that's it for creation, except we're not done yet because there are places beyond. Firstly, the wild, the chaos swirling around and occasionally in creation. There's no proper border, creation just gradually becomes strange and unstable. Some things fly, some change color, and before you know it, the ground is made of penguins and the air is axes. Next, Yushan, the continent-sized city of the gods, an opulent heaven in a sea of quicksilver. This is where the celestial bureaucracy is based, with all its glory and power and mismanagement and corruption. It's maybe half functioning at this point, and redundant gods live in celestial slums, which is just a wonderful concept. This is where the sidereals are based. They're the one mostly functioning part of heaven, so naturally they're horrendously overworked. The underworld is where souls go after death, but details beyond that really depend on the edition. In 1st and 2nd, the underworld just mirrored creation, except goth and creepy. In 3rd edition, the underworld is a ghastly archipelago with its own old laws. There's too much to go over, so here's just a sample. Still, some things stayed the same. The capital of Stygia houses the dual monarchies, under the underworld is the even creepier labyrinth, and there's death lords and abyssals and ghosts galore. Also, when the underworld gets close to creation because of necromancy or a lot of people dying, they can fuse to form a Shadowland. These are grey but habitable places that can connect both ways. Our next stop is somehow even less hospitable than Deathland. It's Malphys, aka the Demon City, aka Hell, aka Oh God Get Me Out of Here. It's surrounded by the endless desert and contains a flaying silent wind, an inverted silver forest, a multi-layered acid ocean, and its only night is when a dragon-shaped hole in reality obscures the metallic green sun. And all of these are creatures that feel and plot and seethe. It's where infernals and countless demons call home. Begrudgingly, but they do. After the Divine Revolution, the primordial autochthon went elsewhere. Not elsewhere, elsewhere. Capital E. It's the empty place between places, and Exalts use it for storage. Anyway, the sickly autochthon took some humans and went elsewhere. Then he fell into a coma, which is becoming a big problem for the humans living in him. The people of Autochthonia toil to maintain their mechanical homes, treat blight infestations, and wage war on each other if they find the time. They make alchemical Exalted to serve and protect them, and they are running out of things. Safe spaces, nutrients, souls. Question is, what they gonna do about it? And what are you gonna do about this video ending? Maybe watch another one? Next one's gonna be about creatures and stuff. Gonna be fun.